Hey, my little meat beaner, meat sack, hacky sack. It's a gorgeous day here in Copley, Ohio. I'm at the park again because it's a beautiful day and there's still nobody here. I'm going to soak up as much as I can of this because I hear the winters here are brutal. Any of you in the Midwest, a few of you, Bruce Wayne. Yeah, so where do we begin? I started this channel to build a community of people who understand the gravity of the situation we face. If you're new to my channel, newsflash, by the end of this decade there's going to be heat waves killing millions of people, food prices and gas prices skyrocketing to the level that which we cannot sustain. None of this is sustainable, you should know that already. And there's going to be mass migrations, viral pandemics, wars on multiple fronts. Basically, all hell will break loose, and our happy-go-merry fantasy that we live in now, which we call the modern military-industrial complex, which everything is spent on our military. And I mean everything, like fuck your education. $10,000 for a student loan relief? No, we're going to take that right back. Ugh, it's disgusting. I find it as awful as you do, all of it. Which is why we have protesters throwing mashed potatoes at Monet paintings now. Yes, in Germany, that just happened. Was it yesterday? Followed up by a UN report. Wait, let's not get to that. The UK Prime Health Minister, because they have a health minister, as corrupt as they may be, claiming climate change is, now becoming one of the greatest threats to public health. The alarm bells, It's like, most of us are in denial. I got some great feedback from you guys, and I don't take the shit from deniers coming to my channel. Look, I just don't have it. It's not worth your time most of the time, and it's not worth my time. Unless you can provide data and evidence, that's to them. Okay, they come here and they tell me all the things opposite of what I'm saying. Sea ice is actually at its greatest extent since 2008. Most of, the energy produced from fossil fuels isn't there. They say all this flowery shit, but they have no data or evidence to back up any of it. I left my sunglasses. I'm eating an egg. Is that okay? Is that farm to table? Yes. I buy them at local egg hatcheries around here. That's okay. Civilization is a heat engine. Levi James reminds me every day. So what am I doing? What am I doing if it all means nothing and everything is generating heat? Well, it's the greatest story ever told, and I'm going to stand by that. How do you become detached from the system, from the expectations of others? I would actually also acknowledge that radical self-acceptance aided me in my journey. The individuation, as Nietzsche or Freud, I don't know, said it. Becoming an adult, learning things for yourself, questioning information, all of that. I practice the same things these conspiracy theories do, but I question the nature of, with facts, with data, tangible evidence. That's the difference. That's agreed upon by like 99.9% of scientists. But then it was also my curiosity to learn. I wanted to keep testing the frontiers in my own personal life by going on new and embarking on new endeavors that were potentially fatally, destructive, but also rewarding, educational. If you stay in the same circles, the same community, most people are too afraid of leaving their own community, to venture off into the unknown, to learn the hero's journey, all of that. That's a part of it. But it's also just being curious about the natural world around. You don't have to go through all that. You just have to, spend 5 minutes Googling. Jeez, too busy paying bills. Inflation, what's these new reports coming out saying, or this new poll that 80% of people, hear me, 80% of people on right and left, red and blue, think the only way to oppose and to win this is to go full-blown civil war that will destroy the other party. That's frightening, to say the least. Okay, dudes, wherever you are, what am I trying to say? Don't stay on point. Look, sometimes it's depression, sometimes it's self-individuation, or a combination of all these things. Certain life events, certainly maybe being exposed to extreme weather, having been around long enough. I mean, there's virtually a ton of indicators, but to even act upon these instincts and impulses to address them is a whole nother step. But just that first step, man, we've been so conditioned and programmed. This is decades long of disinformation, like, tangled up. We've talked about this, guys. So you're welcomed here in this community for a place, you know, to vent your thoughts or whatever. There's been some great discussions on some of my earlier videos about, you know, how can we, what should we do? What should we throw at it? Solar radiation, atmospheric salts, changing the chemistry of the ocean, all these stuff, blocking out the sun. I mean, a combination of all of it. Because nations aren't going to sit around and watching millions of people die. Right now, there's almost seemingly every day, there was that Paris show with them gluing their hands to the Ferraris and the Monet painting, and you know, this is just going to be a trend. We're almost 2023. People know that we have to reduce emissions by, at least the UN came out and said 2025. So this is starting to get to, you know, the margins. What am I saying? Yeah, alarm bells, they're going to get worse. Pretty soon people are going to be like blowing up billionaires' mansions and sabotaging internet lines and gas plants. I mean, all kinds of crazy shit. Like, don't underestimate radicalized people, including me and the people I surround myself with. If you're so entrenched in the system, man, it's rough. Anyways, appreciate it, Doomers. We get to bear witness in the next decade to a collapse of our way of life that we've just sucked on the teat for so long. What a thrill. It's going to be way harder to survive than I know. Believe me. I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.